So I'm at the Fitness Equipment Cafe, I've got my cup of coffee and I'm about to jump into a hands-on review of the Body Bike Smart Plus. Nate here from fitnessequipmentcafe.com, and I'm here with doing my very first review in my new studio. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. In the future, you should expect to see some pretty cool fitness equipment videos, including my latest virtual reality fitness experiences. But that said, we're now here to see and look at the Body Bike Smart Plus. So let's jump straight in. The Smart Plus is a premium product made in Denmark by indoor bike specialist company Body Bike. On their website, they state, "Indoor bikes are what we do and nothing else." And I love their dedication and passion towards the cycling movement. And it really shows in the quality of their bikes. Body Bike are most commonly found in commercial gyms globally. However, there is a growing interest in the home gym front, thanks to gamification of power output data. While on the topic of power output, the Smart Plus measures power output via a smart sensor that determines the direct force measurement at the resistance mechanism. With power output captured, the next step is connectivity. Now on this front, Body Bike have given you a decent phone holder. Now in my experience, I've got the iPhone X and I've got the 6 Plus, and both of those sat in the cradle without any problem whatsoever. Woohoo! Additionally, the Smart Plus comes with Smart Charge, which uses the power you generate to charge your phone while you cycle. With power output captured, your phone held safely and happily charging. The Smart Plus then helps you connect with a wide range of applications and devices, and this is one of the best parts of the Body Bike. Now it does this via Bluetooth BLE and ANT+. All you have to do is pedal to wake up the bike's connectivity. Now during my time with the Body Bike Smart Plus, I tested the following: the Body Bike indoor cycling app. Now I'm led to believe that this app was really designed for the gym-based group cycling format as a way of taking data home with you. And look, it makes sense. It's fairly simple and it doesn't offer any training programs, but what it does have is this neat colored bar down the bottom for both power and heart rate. That is if you're wearing a heart rate strap. And where this comes into play is when you pair it with programs such as Intelligent Cycling. You'll see the link above. And at the end of the session that you do on the app, you get a nice neat little summary there. And most importantly, it pushes it to Strava. Now there has been an update to the Body Bike app recently that allows for both speed and distance analysis to come up on Strava, which is really cool as well. And that really is the evolution of the technology. It's just going to get better as time goes along. The Sufferfest app. What can I say about Sufferfest other than hail to the minions if they're watching? This is my go-to app right now. They offer you not only science-backed cycling programs, but yoga, running, mindfulness, and also they've added some strength workout videos recently too. Now you'll see here, the app actually works both on color as well as numbers to guide you through the program. And they have an absolute wicked sense of humor as well. And I absolutely love it. The footage, what can I say about the footage? It's brilliant. It's just a very well put together system and well worth the money. In terms of the Body Bike and how it played nice with the Sufferfest app, it was really the resistance adjustments that shone brightly in this type of workout, where slight tweaks of resistance were needed to keep within the desired zone. And I never had to fight the bike on this front. Now, of course, you can upload your data to Strava and you can join the Sufferfest Strava club. All the relevant data is there, and if you've got a paid account, you can get your power data too. The Zwift app on iOS, as well as the Zwift app on the Apple TV, 4th Gen and 4K. Now you'll see here that the bike pairs seamlessly with the Zwift app via the 4th generation Apple TV, and it really is an easy process. Simply start pedaling and turn on the app and they'll find each other. It really is that simple. And that's the way it should be on a stationary bike of this level. Now for me, I love Zwift, and it's for a very different reason from Sufferfest. For me, it's all about the community and the joy of cycling with other people all around the world. Cycling indoors, let's face it, especially at home, can be a tad isolating, but Zwift alleviates that. And it gives me a real buzz to know that I'm cycling with someone from Japan, another person from the US, and you can communicate with people too. And this is where the Smart Plus bike really came into play quite nicely, especially the phone holder, because Zwift has an app called the Zwift Companion app, and you can interact quite nicely. Now, of course, you can also upload your data to Strava. Not only does this bike pair with apps, but devices too. And we've got some great examples here from Garmin. The Edge 820 cycling computer, as well as the VIRB action camera, which is the Ultra 30, as well as the Garmin Fenix 5 watch. And the Fenix 5 watch is one of my favorite all-rounders. Great for indoors and outdoor activities. In particular with cycling now, you can get your power and your cadence data that you can see there. As well as it's got a great visual display as to what zone you're in, and that's based on your FTP. In terms of the Edge 820 cycling computer, look, this makes a lot of sense to cyclists who use this computer outdoors and want to bring that computer indoors for a seamless cycling experience. So it makes sense to continue your journey using the same device. Now, the action camera, this was just a lot of fun, but it goes to show you just how well this device pairs with everything, and you can see your watts and RPM data on the screen there. Now let's move on to the bike's physical features, starting with the handlebar zone. With multiple grip options, including short tri-bar stems, I found the handlebars comfortable and varied enough to alter hand position and improve comfort with changes in body position, such as standing up and sitting down. I really love the two decent sized water bottle holders too, and appreciate that they're within easy reach, which isn't always the case with some bikes. Now let's talk about the saddle. The saddle is a unisex design and is decently cushioned, comfortable enough to please most backsides. However, if you're a serious rider and you've got a favorite saddle, you might want to switch it out. The saddle and handlebar adjustments are also really cool. The Bodybike Smart Plus comes with Smart Release, an easy to use pressure clamp down handle mechanism with well-defined length adjustment markings. And it has a good range of movement too for both the seat and the handlebars fore and aft. The flywheel weighs 20 kilos and is made out of processed cast iron, as is the 170mm long pedal arm, which Bodybike claim is unbreakable. The Smart Plus is equipped with a poly V-belt, which in my experiences was nice and smooth and quiet and was perfect for those late night workouts. The pedals are dual-sided, including SPD for cycling shoes and a flat side for joggers. The bike sits on rubber feet and they can be adjusted to balance out the bike on uneven floors. The bike is also really easy to move around on its caster wheels, and I had a bit of fun doing that. Now the Bodybike can be personalized too, and that's thanks to this coverall shrouding that the company have been using virtually from day one. I'd go as far as to say that this is a signature look for them, absolutely. And it's also practical too, because it keeps away dust and sweat from working parts. Furthermore, this design has allowed customers to personalize their bikes with top cover colors. There are 10 to choose from, including this very bright and beautiful orange. In addition, you can also pay a little bit extra to personalize the service panel on the side with pre-designed images from Bodybike or your own design or logo. Now, this personalization truly makes Bodybike quite unique in the indoor cycling segment. For gym owners, the Smart Plus should tick a whole bunch of boxes, and it's also a great way to dive into technology in a simple and relatively hassle-free way. So when thinking about the Bodybike Smart Plus, I really have one tip for gym operators, and that's this. Choose multiple top cover colors. So for example, choose an orange and a blue and separate your bikes into two groups. That way you can actually divide your classes into teams and then have them race against each other or do opposite work and rest intervals. For home gym owners, connectivity is the big draw card here. Additionally, if you are looking for a solid bike that can be ridden in the still of night while loved ones are all asleep and feel totally engaged with multiple cycling tech options, then this might just be the bike for you. Now, if you're considering this bike for home, here is my one tip. Make sure you get yourself connected with an engaging entertainment system. Something where you can actually ride along on a big screen. And whether that be pairing the Zwift app on an Apple TV, or whether that be putting the Sufferfest app as a mirror image on a large TV. This will really help engage and keep you motivated. Now to the ultimate question for all reviewers. Would I change anything on this bike if I could? And to be honest with you, look, this bike is sensational as it is, and I would feel lucky to own it. However, if I was to be picky, there are 3 things that I'd like to just tweak. And the first here is the resistance dial. I'd just like a dash of color on just one section of it, just to help with going between high intensity and low intensity efforts, just as a gauge and a baseline of where you turn the dial and where you need to reset the dial. It's just something quite simple, but I think it'd be quite handy, especially the way I use a bike. The second thing I would look to modify is the fantastic, and I mean that genuinely, the fantastic phone holder. I'd just like it to rotate. So I could have horizontal versus vertical aspect or view. And look, I think that this should be relatively easy to accomplish because it is a modulated piece that Body Biker have put on there. Now the third thing is it's great to have all the numbers there, but I'm the first person that cannot remember my numbers for my heights and my fore and aft basically. And I would love within the app, the Body Bike app, to have a little section there in your personal profile to indicate what your personal settings are. And I think this would be great in a class aspect as well. So the class instructor can actually help you set your profile once, and then each time you can go and refer to the height settings that you want. So there you go, there's the Body Bike Smart Plus. I loved this bike. I really enjoyed cycling with it. Its smoothness, the ease of setup, everything about it just made me smile. But I have to tell you the one thing if you walk away with nothing else, is this bike wants to connect. It's like it puts its hand up and says, hey, I'm over here, I'm over here. And it just wants to pair with, well, you saw how many things I paired it with. And that's what I love about this bike. And I think that it really is leading the way with other manufacturers, because connectivity with a multitude of apps is what's really important. People should be able to exercise the way they want to exercise, not the way you tell them to. And I love the fact that the Body Bike app is there for you to record your data if you want to do an open workout and you just want to take your data away from that workout. I think Body Bike have really acknowledged that there are so many other great apps out there. Zwift is fantastic. What a great community that is, and I've really enjoyed that on this bike. Sufferfest is a great program in itself, and again, I've really enjoyed riding this bike with it. There are just so many great things to do on this bike. Just know that given that it's Danish built, it's just a quality bike, and it's just simple. It just works. And that's what I love about it the most. Until next time, this is Nate, and we'll see you with another bike very soon.